first thing I want to just revise with you is the proportionality intercept theorem itself. So we are given a triangle, in this case, triangle ABC, and they tell us that DE is parallel to BC. So if they give us information like that, the first thing that we want to do is we want to go and put arrows on it so that we know that those lines are parallel to one another. So this is the typical case for proportionality intercept theorem. We've got a triangle and we've got another line that is parallel to the third side of the triangle. So line DE is the line that is parallel to the third side of the triangle. The third side of the triangle in this case is line BC. And what line DE does when it's parallel to BC is that it cuts the remaining two sides into the same proportions. So in other words, side AB has been cut into the same proportions as the side AC. Okay, what I'm not saying is that the length of AB is the same as the length of AC. They are not the same length, but they are in the same proportion. Okay, so what do they tell us? First of all, they tell us that AB is 28 millimeters long. So let's put that on our diagram as well. And then the last bit of information that they give us is that AE is to EC is 4 is to 3. Now, very important, this is a ratio. It's not a length, it is a ratio. Okay, and we're going to use that to determine the length of BD. So BD is this little bit down here. Okay, that's what we want. All right, let's just see what's going. Still can't hear. Shazia, I'm sure Eric will help you with that. I'm not sure what's going on. Can everybody else hear me okay? Yeah, cool.
Yes.
Yes, okay, all right, lovely. Okay, so let's jump into this. So now what we want to do, if you guys remember this, is we want to, yes, cool. All right, thanks, guys. Is we want to make ourselves a statement, a proportion. Remember a proportion? So something like A over B equals C over D. Remember that is a proportion. It does not mean that A and C are equal and that B and D are equal. It simply means that they are equivalent fractions. So for example, if I say 1 over 2 is the same as 5 over 10, 1 is not the same as 5 and 2 is not the same as 10. But if I was to cancel down the fraction on the right-hand side, I would get a half as well. Okay, let's just rub that out because we need space to write. Okay, so if I can, what I want to try and do is I want to try and use BD straight away. So if I take BD and I put it into my numerator, I can't work with AD because I don't know the length of AD, but I do know the length of AB. So that is also a known, all right, is equal to, and then on the other side, BD over AB is going to be the same as 3 over 7. Okay, or maybe it's better for you guys if I rather put in EC over AC. Okay, so BD over AB is the same as EC over AC. And because this is geometry, every time I make a statement, I am required to back it up with a reason. All right, so the next thing that I'm required to do here is write down my reason next to my statement. If you guys remember, I would then write here proportionality intercept theorem. And what must I not forget to do, Matrix? Can anybody remember what I need to do now before I move on and go and substitute? Does anyone remember? Mention the parallel lines. Absolutely. Okay, so very important, Matrix. You have to name the parallel lines. If you don't, you will not get a mark, okay, for the reason. All right, so if they are being kind and they decide to give you a statement mark and then a reason mark, if these parallel lines are not here, that reason mark is lost. Okay, we want as many marks as we possibly can. All right, so now we can go ahead and go and substitute. So BD is my unknown. So BD over AB is 28 is equal to EC is 3, and then AC is the whole thing. So I get the 7 by adding the 4 and the 3 together. Okay, so that's why I'm going to write 7 over there. Next step, I need to cross multiply. BD is the subject of the formula. So this is going to end up being 3 times 28 over 7. And that means that BD is equal to, who's got a calculator on them? What are you guys getting? Lovely. Good job, everybody. Perfect. Okay, nice. Okay, and then if I want to be really smart, I can put in the millimeters at the end, but that doesn't matter. Okay, if you just leave your answer as 12, that's absolutely fine. Okay, how are we feeling now? Are we all good with this? So statement, reason, cross multiplication, and then a mark for our answer. Thumbs up, thumbs down, everybody good? Yes, good, good. All right. That's correct. Yeah, 28 is divisible by 7. Yeah. Didn't need to touch a calculator there. Okie dokes. So here is one similar question for you guys to try. All right, you've got triangle ACE. They've given you that BD is parallel to AC. They want you to calculate the value of Y. I'd like to give you guys 3 minutes and then someone is going to tell me how they answered this question, please. Yes, Kelly, do you want to ask a question? You're welcome to unmute and ask. Kelly, see where? Oh, you didn't get a screenshot. Okay, Lesejo, I'm going to scroll up for a couple of seconds. Sorry, everybody. There you go. Yeah, that's the other thing I forgot to mention to the people that are new. Everybody that's been here for a while knows this already. But yeah, please do use screenshots. Okay, I'm going to go down again now. There we go. Hope you got that. Kelly Siwe, you're welcome to unmute. Pleasure, Lesejo. Once you're done, you can pop done into the chat. No, I'm not rushing you. Some Kelly see where? I can hear you. Do you want to ask a question? Some Kelly see where? Maybe that was a mistake. Aviwe, why are you holding your head? Is this difficult? Well done, Batibile. Well done, Sibongentle. Good job, Fahim. Well done, Luam. Anwaba, Amu, Lisa. Nice and Tlantla. Good, Tina. Well done, Katleho. Khatliso Motloba. I hope I said that correctly. Good. Good, Mikhail.
Right, Sally, sorry.
It's okay. Hello, Yulinda. How are you?
My voice. I'm good.
That's good. We're so glad you're here. We were missing you. Not that Eric didn't do a good job, but
Sorry,
it's
apologies.
not the same without you. It's fine. No stress.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. No problem. All right. So I'm just going to wait one more minute, guys, and then I'd like somebody to offer to do this question for us. No problem, Anati. All right. Faheen, are you offering to do the question?
Yes, ma'am. I'm willing to try.
Oh, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Go for it, Faheen. What did you write?
First, I said for the proportionality, I didn't label my triangle, but I said first for the ratio is AB over AC. Then I said for the next part is DE.
Did you say equals?
Yes, equals DE.
Okay, equals DE over
CD.
Okay, so almost correct. You used the whole side on the other one. You used AC. So you've got to use the whole side on the other side as well. So it's got to be C or EC. So not CD, but CE. CE. There we go. Well done. Now that's perfect. And then your reason?
Proportion theorem. Into theorem.
Good. Well done. AE.
Parallel to BE.
Well done. Perfect. Well done. All right. And now go ahead and substitute.
For the substitution first, for AB, I said Y.
Good.
Over 35.
Lovely.
And for DE, I said 18. I just want to make sure I'm good. I said for CE, I added up the 24 and the 18.
Good. Well done. That's perfect. Absolutely.
42.
Oh, yes. Marvelous. Well done.
Then you guys multiply the 42 y and then divide with that 18 times 35.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you want to, you can end up with, that's another way of doing it. You can say 42y is equal to 35 times 18. You're going to end up dividing by 42 anyway. Okay. So 35 times 18 divided by 40.
Sorry, it's Shelly. I muted everyone. Sorry, because I couldn't find that one specific one.
That's fine, no problem.
Thank you.
There we go. And I'm getting, what did you get as an answer, Faheen? 15. 15, excellent. Okay, very nice. Well done, everybody. Any questions? Any questions, or are we all good? Okay. I think we're all good. Okie dokie. Nice, Nolwazi. Okay, let's do something. Excuse me. Just a little bit more difficult now. All good. Oh, good, everybody. Well done. Okay, so this one is a little bit more difficult because there's more than one triangle that you can work in. And that's the reality of the sorts of questions that you're going to be doing. Unfortunately, they're not all quite as simple as that. We are going to be working in more than one triangle. So let's just have a look at what this particular triangle says. All right, so it tells us in triangle QRS, which is the big one, T and U are points on RS such that QT is parallel to WU. So QT is parallel to WU, right? And QR is parallel to WT. So QR is that one, and it's parallel to WT. Okay, now the reason that they have done that is because they're trying to direct you to two different triangles that you can work in. Can anybody tell me what these two triangles are? Which are the two triangles that I can apply proportionality intercept theorem to? Just 15, Batabile. Just 15. No 15 comma anything for this one. What are the two triangles they're telling us we can work in here, Matrix? Can anybody tell me? Go for it, Sharon.
Ma'am, we can use SQT.
SQT, lovely, well done. So I'm just going to highlight that in green. Very good. And what's the other triangle, Sharon?
SQR.
SQR is perfect. Well done. So I'm going to highlight that one in pink as well. And I know it's easy for me now here on the screen, but you guys must do this in your exams as well. Okay, highlight your triangles just to make them a little bit more obvious. Excellent. Well done, Sharon. Okay. Now, what is the next bit of information that we are given? If QW equals 12, so QW is that one over there. If that one's equal to 12 and WS is equal to 11 and TU is equal to 6, find RS correct to the nearest whole number. So that whole side is what they want us to now try and find. Okay, so if we need, this is the way we need to think about it. If we need RS is made up of three pieces: SU plus UT plus TR. Okay, we've already got UT. So now we need to figure out how are we going to get SU and how are we going to get TR. Anybody want to make a suggestion to me on how I could get SU? I'm going to start with SU. How do I get SU? Can anybody go for it? Sharon, what would you do?
Okay. Ma'am, I would say SW
Okay.
over SQ is equal to S.
Just hang on.
U.
SW over SQ. All
No.
right.
WQ, ma'am.
WQ. Sorry, beg your pardon. All right. Is equal
Is
to?
equal to SU over UT.
Lovely. Very good. Okay, so you're working in that first triangle that you mentioned, the one that I've highlighted in green. Don't
Yes, ma'am.
forget to write our reason, and then I want you to substitute, what was it, QT? Okay, substitute for me, please, Sharon.
11 over 12
Mm-hmm.
is equal to SU over 6.
That's it. Lovely. Okay, so that means that we've got 12 SU is equal to 66. All right,
Yes.
so SU is going to be equal to 66 divided by 12, which we know is not going to give us, sorry, I've done that wrong. 66 divided by 12. There we go. It's going to give us 5,5. So I'm just going to leave it as 5,5 for now. All right, how are we going to get TR?
Actually, Michaela
Yes.
just want to take a screenshot quickly. Michaela,
Sure. Who
you can
wants?
take a screenshot.
Okay, did Mikhail want to take a screenshot of which one? This one or the previous one?
The previous one, please.
Okay. All right. No
Thank
problem.
you.
Sorry. There we go. Take a screenshot. Are we sorted? Cool. Sorry, Mikhail. My apologies. Okie dokie. So now back to this. Now we need to find TR. We know that SU is equal to 5, 5. So now we need to work on TR. Anybody want to tell me how I can figure out the length of TR? What should I write? Anyone got any ideas how we would figure out the length of TR?
Can I try?
Go for it, Andile, please.
Since we're using the triangle, what's this? QSR, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can say SW
Yes.
over okay. Can we use the 5,5 plus 6
Yes,
to make
absolutely.
yes?
Absolutely, we can. So make your statement first and then substitute. It's probably just a little bit easier for you. You don't have to do that. You can substitute straight away, but keep going with what you were saying. So yes, you can add the 5, 5 and the 6 together. So SW
Oh,
over,
WQ
good,
equals to ST over TR.
beautiful. Okay, a reason, portion,
Proportionality.
that's it. Okay, and then here we just have to name those parallel lines. Okay, and now when you substitute, Andile, what are you writing?
It's 11 over 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then 5,5. Okay, wait, let me check here. Like what's that 6? It's giving me 11,6 5
Yes, that's perfect.
over TR.
Lovely. Okay,
And
and
then cross
again,
multiply.
yeah, you can cross multiply. Beautiful. Okay, so that's going to give us 11 TR is equal to 11.5 times 12. That gives us 138. And that means that TR is 138 divided by 11. I'm getting 12,5. I'm going to leave it as 12,5 so that when we go and add these together, we end up with a whole, whoopsie, with a whole number. So that was 12,5. Okay, so therefore, as we had said in the beginning, the length of SR is the sum of SU and UT and TR. Okay, so that gives us a final answer of 24. Okay, everybody good with that?
Take screenshots. Take screenshots.
Yes, quite.
Nice
Sharon,
matrix.
well done,
Ma'am?
Matrix. Sharon, you got a question? Go for it.
I wanted to ask if the method matters or it's okay if you still get the same answer.
As opposed to what, Sharon?
Okay, ma'am. You guys did the TR. I did it as SR.
That's fine. That's fine. That's
Okay.
absolutely fine. Yeah, 100%. That's also okay. You would
Okay,
have still
ma'am.
had to get SU first,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
same way that we did. But yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with that. No problem with that at all. Okay.
Thank you.
So well done. All right, cool beans.
Sorry, can we
Sorry,
scroll a
ma'am.
little bit down? Yeah, so they can take this part. Yes, this
Oh,
part.
sorry, guys.
Sure.
Sorry.
Thank you.
No problem. Yes, Sinclair, what did you want to ask?
Ma'am, could you scroll up a bit?
Yes, with pleasure. Is that better?
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
No problem. And then I'll just scroll down a little bit and just let you guys take another screenshot if you need to.
Y'all are doing it. Y'all are doing the most. I'm loving it.
They
This
are.
is like the difficult parts, but they getting it.
is.
So
They
I'm
are.
happy.
They are. All right, everybody good? Can we move on? We've got screenshots and everything else. Yes. Okay, so there's some thumbs ups and some yeses coming through. Oh, it's very nice. What I'm going to do is maybe I'll leave this one for homework and go on to this, because this is not something that I've had a chance to speak to you about yet. So I did want to have a little bit of time to discuss this. So let's do that. Let's say that this one is homework. So take a screenshot here, and then I'll put up the answers to this at the beginning of our next lesson. So take a screenshot of that, guys. This is a slightly little bit more difficult than the one that we've just done, but it's very similar to the example that we've just done. That's why I chose it on purpose. There's two things there for you to calculate, AM and XB. All right, I know it's always difficult when you're doing geometry to work off your phone. So maybe what you need to do before you answer this question is redraw these triangles first, so that you can actually work on them to do your homework. Okay, everybody got that? I hope. Screenshot. And then let's move down and let's talk about the converse of the proportionality intercept theorem. Okay, so the word converse is not a new word to you, matrix. The first time you were exposed to converse theorems was last year in grade 11. So for example, when you did tan chord theorem, you learned about tan chord theorem, and then you learned about converse tan chord theorem. I don't know if that rings a bell for you. And then when you learned how to prove a quad was cyclic, you also worked with converse theorems there. So converse angles in the same segment, or etc., etc. All right. So what a converse theorem does is it works backwards. It works in the opposite way. So in other words, if we have got a triangle and two sides are cut into the same proportions, then it means that lines have to be parallel. Okay, so it's because there is that third line that is parallel to the third side in a triangle that cuts the remaining two sides in the same proportion. It then stands to reason, working backwards, that if the two sides are in the same proportions, that's the line must be parallel to the third side of the triangle. So in other words here, what we're trying to establish is, or trying to prove, is that DE is parallel to BC. And it's actually very, very easy when you know how to set this out. And it's often something that I've noticed over the years. A lot of matrics seem to get it wrong. And I've always struggled to understand why, because it's actually such a simple thing. It's just how you set it out. You cannot start out assuming that these lines are parallel. So you cannot write AD over DB equals AE over EC. You cannot write that, because we do not know that the line DE is parallel to the third side of the triangle. All right, that's what we are trying to prove. So it's like, I know this is not a very nice example, but it's one that I often use in class. Is it, if I say someone is guilty of murder, I can't say that they're guilty because they're guilty. They have to be guilty because they've got the murder weapon, or the victim's blood was found on their hands, or do you understand what I'm trying to get at? You're not guilty because you're guilty. You're guilty because of other reasons. So it's the same thing here. We can't say that it's parallel because it's parallel. We have to prove that it's parallel using other methods. All right. So what we want to establish is that the proportion of AD is to DB is the same as that for AE is to EC. All right, and this is how we would set it out. Okay, so all of this information is on the diagram for us. AD is 10 centimeters, DB is 3, AE is 15, and EC is 4.5. So we are going to work out what AD over DB is equal to. So I'm going to write AD over DB, and I'm going to sub in 10 over 3. Okay, then I'm going to work out what AE over EC is equal to. So AE over EC is equal to 15 over 4,5. Now, if you put that into your calculator, 15 over 4.5, your calculator also tells you that it is 10 over 3. Okay, so now what we have established is that they are equal to the same thing. Therefore, they must be equal to one another. So what this means is that AD over DB is indeed equal to AE over EC. Therefore, DE is parallel to BC, and our reason, converse proportionality intercept theorem. Okay, how does that feel? Don't forget to take screenshots. Does that make sense, everybody? Thumbs up, thumbs down. How do we feel about that? Fahim, do you want to ask a question? You're welcome to unmute and speak, Fahim.
Ma'am, can you please just go back to the homework question? Because I need to take some information down from there, please.
Okay, so just take a screenshot, please, Fahim.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You got it?
Sorry.
All right, awesome, good stuff. Okay, right. If there's something that you are struggling with in this particular question, it's really helpful for both you, Linda, and I, if you can explain to us exactly what it is that you don't understand. Okay, how are they equal? I didn't get it. Okay, because they're equal to the same proportions. Okay, so AD over DB is equal to 10 over 3. AE over EC is also equal to 10 over 3. Right, so in maths, what we say is that, for example, if A is equal to B and B is equal to C, then we conclude, well, if A and C are equal to the same thing, then it means that A has to be equal to C. That's essentially what the principle that we're using here. Okay, Lusanda.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, Lusanda.
Ma'am, I wanted to know, so if they ask you to prove that DE or something else is parallel to each other, do you first need to work out your radius, then after that you can say that DE is parallel to BC?
Yes, absolutely. So in other words, what you would need to establish is that it is a case for the converse proportionality intercept theorem. Because remember, there are other ways that we can prove that lines are parallel as well. All right. So here we're talking specifically in a triangle where they have given us either ratios or lengths of sides, and we can use those in a proportion to prove converse proportionality intercept theorem. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, no problem. So what I'm going to do is give you guys an opportunity to practice one. Okay, it's exactly the same as the one that we've just done. Right, Siamtan, no, Siamtanda is not there. Okay, so it's exactly the same as this. It's just a different triangle and different numbers. Okay, setting it out, very important. Okay, so I'm just saying again, you cannot start out by saying dA over AE equals dB over BF. That is what we are trying to prove. If you start out doing that, then you're going to get no marks at all. Luam, in this particular question, there's only one way. There's only one way. Okay, but there are other ways to prove that lines are parallel. You could use line through midpoint parallel to second side, which also works with the sides of triangles, and then we could use angles. Okay, all right, so give this one a try, Matrix, and let's see how it goes. Okay.
Can we scroll up again just for screenshots?
Okay, all right, Naledi, take a
Thank you.
screenshot, no
Take
problem.
a screenshot, guys. Take
Screenshot.
pictures, whatever that it is, because you won't finish writing.
Also the statement, ma'am.
Yes, you mean which statement do you mean, Amu?
For that question,
Oh, you mean the actual information. Okay. Oh gosh. Ugh. You know what I'm going to do, Amu? I'll just bring it down here because
thank
it
you.
seems to, there we go. Okay, now you can get everything on one picture. All right, are we good to go, everybody?
We are ready to try it by ourselves. Let's go, my people.
All right, let's do this. There we go. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Wow, already. Well done, Lisa. Well done, Matlatse. You guys are super speedy. And Nobusutsu. And Sharon. Okay. She's very quick. Okay. Okay. Nice.
For
Sure.
this one, Charlie, would it be okay for you to show us where do we get marks if this was on the exam?
Yes. Sorry, I didn't do that.
No, that's okay. We will at least learn.
Sorry, I
Because
forgot.
I'm
No,
thinking,
that's fine. We'll do that. Okay, so now, one of the people who said done, I know there's a lot of you that have seemed to be finished so fast. Would anybody like to offer to do this one for us? Anyone want to do
Me,
this one? Who's that?
Batabile.
Batabile. I love it. Go for it, Batabile.
I said dA over AE is equal to 14 over 6. When you put that on the calculator, you will get 7 over 3.
Perfect.
And dB over BF is equal to 21 over 9, which will also give you 7 over 3.
Beautiful. Keep going.
Therefore, AB over DB
AD. Hang on. Whoa. So did you mean
DA,
AD? That's fine. The order of the letters doesn't matter, but I'll change it again. No problem. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. DA, yes.
DA over EF,
DA over AE.
yes,
Is equal to
DB over EC. Is it EC? Oh,
no.
I use the other thing. Sorry.
That's okay. Over BF. It's exactly what you've got over here. All right. So
Yes,
you're taking this from here and you're writing it over
exactly.
there. Okay. And then you're taking this guy from here and you're writing it over there. Okay. So it was perfect. Absolutely perfect. And then your reason,
Ma'am,
sorry, we
It is
almost
very
sorry.
finished.
simple.
Just one second, Andile. Just one second. And then I'm going to take your
Okay.
question now. All right. Batsibile, just finish this off, please.
you can unmute Matabile. Sorry, I muted you.
Okay.
Yeah, you can unmute on your side. Matabile, yes, there we go.
Reason was inverse proportionality theorem.
Okay, so you've got to then conclude that the lines are parallel. So you'd say, therefore, AB is parallel to EF, and then you're going to write
The reason.
converse proportionality intercept theorem. Okay, and now it's done properly. And Dile, I just want to put the marks on here, and then you guys can ask questions. All right. Realistically speaking, there would probably only be 1 mark for both of those statements. And then here, there is also 1 mark. They're not going to give you a mark for saying AB parallel to EF because that's what they asked you to prove. All right, so it's going to be for this statement over here where I'm drawing the red arrow together with your reason would be another mark. Okay, so something like this would probably only be out of 2 marks. Okay, Andile, did you have a question?
So I wanted to ask, since like, where did you get the 7/3?
Okay, so what Batibile was doing is she was simplifying her fraction.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what she
So
did is she popped.
it's okay if like it stays the same. It doesn't make this. It doesn't change anything.
Okay, so if you had 14/6 and you chose to leave it as 14/6, that would be okay. Then what you would need to do is you would just need to simplify 21/9. Mind you, you're not going to get, you divide that by 7. You can't divide that. No, yeah, you'd have to, yeah, you wouldn't actually have a choice in this particular situation. You'd have to go to the 7/3 and the 7/3, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, all right, no problem. Okay, any other questions? Siamtanda?
I think I
Um,
have a question.
sorry, ma'am. Can you scroll back to the homework? I just need to draw the diagram.
Okay, just take a screenshot, my girl, okay?
Okay.
All right, take a screenshot, Siamtanda, otherwise you're not going to get it done in time.
Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
Are you done? Okay, all
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
But redraw it before you do the question, okay? So that you can write on it. It's very important in geometry that you are able to write. Okay, Batibile, I see you've put in the chat. I have a question. I don't know if you have another question based on what you did or if that's old.
But Tabile, there we go. I think that's new. There we go. You can talk now.
Will they be a question where it will be given different, let's say maybe centimeters and millimeters, or it's always the same?
No, they're not going to do that to you. They're
Also,
not going to
not
do that to
even-
you. No, you're not going to have to worry about changing from millimeters to centimeters. I've never seen that in an exam question. No. So because this section is not about testing whether you can convert from one unit to another, it's testing your fundamental understanding of the concept. So no, they're not gonna do that to you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, all right. Okie dokes. So now here we have to put everything together. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to let you guys try and do this by yourselves. Okay, you're going to need proportionality intercept theorem, and you're going to need the converse of the proportionality intercept theorem. All right, so just bearing in mind the time that we've got left now, I don't know if we're going to get through it all, but anyway, let's try. Remember, Yolanda and I are here to help you if you need any assistance. Okay, so we're putting everything together all in one, okay?
Let's go. Let's fix. We can do this. We've been nailing it since we started, so I'm sure we can do this.
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to assist and put the information that's not on the diagram as well. So they've given us BG parallel to CF. They've told us AF equals FE. So I'm just going to do that. AB is 2 centimeters, BC is 3 centimeters, and CD is 1 centimeter. Oh, yes, DE is 4 centimeters. Sorry, guys. Yes, you're quite right. There. So important to read correctly, isn't it? Thank you, Batsibile and Sharon.
Sorry, I muted everyone. Charlie, you can just unmute yourself. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, please. Try them too, Nolwazi.
Is that answer ready to answer? I mean, I saw your hand. I thought it's ready to answer. Yeah, teacher Lee, I agree.
Totally. Stage 5.
Yeah, it took me by surprise because I didn't.
Yeah.
A battery doesn't last. Then I didn't plan proper.
Yeah. No, you kind of got to get into the habit of, planning your day depending on what's going on with load shedding. It's a
Yeah.
real pain in the backside.
Just remember, everybody, today is a polls day. Due to time, I'm not sure, Teacher Lee, what you think. Is it possible for us to pack this one, or because I'm thinking if we give the
Yeah.
answers, they won't have time to ask
Yeah.
any questions.
That's right. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do
Mm.
here is I'm just going to write the answers down and then we can go from there.
Okay.
Actually, let me. Hopefully you guys are getting the same answers that I'm getting over here. And then the last one, just very quickly. Okay, they want us to prove that DG is parallel to CA. So we would say, using converse proportionality intercept theorem, we would say EG over GA, we know is equal to 4, which is 4 over 1. We then need to look at the other side. So that would be ED over CD, which is also equal to 4 over 1. And then we could conclude that DG is parallel to CA, and our reason would be converse proportionality intercept theorem. Okay, and that would be it, matrix.
Nice job, my people. Thank you. Sorry, today is just, yeah. Because of the load shedding, we're trying to go
Yeah,
as fast
sorry
as we
guys.
can.
Sorry to rush you here at the end.
If you can vote also, everybody,
Yes,
let's
please.
get this voting as fast as we can.
Okay, and then just remember what I said, matrix, redraw the diagram in your book and then work on it in front of you. Okay, it is going to give you a bit of a challenge, that question, but I'm sure you guys are going to manage, if not all of it, then most of it.